Hello, my friends. My name is Dadcraft73, and welcome back to another episode of our 1.15.2 Vanilla Minecraft Let's Play series. I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're healthy. And I hope all the people that you care about are healthy as well. Hey, we have a ton of work to do today, so we're going to dive right in here and get right to work. But before we do that, I want to bring your attention to two blocks that I have replaced earlier today, but they bear talking about again, I think. So someone commented on episode 29 where we built, I believe where we built the potion machine, potion building. And that's what this is, the potion cooker, potion whatever. And someone commented, Jesse commented and said, hey, I don't like the way that it on the side of your building over by your pumpkins and such, that you've got the building just sitting there resting on the dirt, where you can actually see the dirt underneath the pillar. Now that might seem like a little bit of a nitpicky type thing, but the idea was that it makes it look like the building is not supported properly. And I mean, you wouldn't do that like in real life, right? If you were building a building, you'd put down some dirt or some concrete. If it was just dirt, you put concrete or maybe gravel or dig a hole and sink a post in the ground or something like that. But you just wouldn't build like a building or a deck or whatever, just sitting right on the top of the dirt. So, I mean, that was a good comment. That's awesome. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. I went around and looked after they posted their comment. I went around and looked to see if I had any other spots, and I don't think I do. I mean, I don't think I have any other areas where the building is actually just sitting on plain old dirt. That, I mean, like this is obviously sitting on dirt, but you don't know what's underneath there. I mean, there could be rocks under there for all you know, right? So I don't think we have any other places where we've built it that way, other than the fact that, you know, we've built on top of dirt, but at least it's not exposed. Does that make sense? I hope so. So, I mean, I think we're okay, but that was a good comment. I'm down with that. I don't mind stuff like that. Some people get like all bent out of shape, and man, I've been known to get a little, a little frustrated about stuff, but that to me is like a helpful comment. It's not telling me how to play. It's just like, oh, by the way, all those dang guys. All right, let's go flying over here and make them go away. All right, so what I was going to do at the beginning of this episode was start working on the little bridge that has to go across that little bit of water after we come out of the tunnel. There's a little bit of a bridge that we had to build, and we talked about it sort of at the end of last week's episode that we were going to knock it out first thing in today's episode. Well, I just went ahead and built it. It's super simple, just cobblestone and a little couple odds and ends. I've got to finish it up by putting some ties across it, so I figured I'd bring you back. I just went over there to grab these, made some spruce slabs, and I was thinking about that comment that I saw today. So I'm like, you know what, let's go ahead and get this episode started, and then we can talk about what we're going to work on today. So here's the bridge. Let's put these guys down. So we'll just skip everyone like we've done everywhere else. Like that. Yeah, there. And then finally over here. Okay. So, I mean, we talked about this was going to be a super simple looking bridge, nothing too fancy, and that's exactly what we've got. Just mainly cobblestone, a little bit of andesite, just a little bit across the top there, and then some cobblestone walls and andesite walls mixed in just to give it a little bit of some extra texture. But mainly it's cobblestone, sunk down in the ground, and it's 11 blocks across. Yeah? Perfect. I'm down. I think it looks fine. Because, you know, train bridges don't necessarily need to be, like all of them weren't like some amazing works of art. They're just a bridge over a little bit of water. It's got to be bulky and sort of thick and heavy because you got a big old train running back and forth across it all the time. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit of railroading type stuff. I know, hopefully you guys aren't getting bored because that's what we seem to do every episode. But, man, I'm like hook, line, and sinker hooked on this whole idea of a railroad. I love it so much. I'm having such a good time. So if we look over there, right, I mean across the way, that is definitely agricultural. And then we have our turntable over there. We've got our maintenance building. We've got our little depot over there where, you know, the train can unload. We can bring resources or pick up resources as it might be. So that's all sort of like I don't know. I don't know what rural maybe, and that's awesome. But now over here in the desert, and eventually going down that way, is going to be much more sort of industrial, or at least not as rural, I guess. I mean, we're not going to some big fancy city, but we're definitely going to be hitting more like mechanism industry, stuff like that. So what I thought we would do is we really need to start thinking about what we're going to do with our railroad system here, because one track's probably not going to get the job done, so we may have to expand into multiple, and that allows us to go different directions as well. But also, what would be our first sort of industrial processing facility over here that our train might need to visit? And I was over here between the episodes clearing out some of this sand, just try to cut it back a little bit so I could get the tracks to go through. And I thought, hey, how about a rock quarry? That might be something kind of cool that we would stop at on our way, or one of the stops that the train may take. The only problem that we have is the rock quarry we're not going to just pull the train up. I mean, I guess we could, but this train has lots of stops, right? So we're not just going to pull the train up along the tracks and be like, oh, well, here's the rock quarry, let me get the goods. Because what normally happens is there's train cars sitting at the quarry that get filled, and much like we can sort of bypass the main line over there to go into the station, the train cars are going to be sitting over here on a little bit of a siding, waiting for the train to come in to hook them up and haul them away. So that's what I think we're going to build today. We need to make another siding, sort of like we did over there, where the train tracks kind of divides and goes down this way, and we have an extra little area here. And then over here, we're going to build a big old rock quarry. And a lot of rock quarries are actually pretty easy to build because it involves a lot of digging. So I'm going to get working on that for a second. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go sleep through the night, I'm going to eat something, and then I'm going to lay out sort of the beginnings. We're going to use that same design that we used over there, but the beginnings of where the track will split. And then I think we're going to go into like high-speed time-lapse mode and do a little bit of rock quarry work. But before we do that, let me get the rail line here split, and then I'll bring you back. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll go and see if we can't build this quarry. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Okay, I'm just finishing this road bed. I got the split, this side of it done. I don't know how long we're going to have to end up running this, but we'll see. But I just want to put in the rest of these stairs in our typical random pattern. It's kind of hard to randomize. I just sort of, put a little bit of everything in as we go along. It's the best we got. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's go up. We don't really have any place to climb up. Let's make a pot. Let's pillar up somewhere. How am I going to get up here? Okay, let's go up here. I have some sand. That'll work good. So let's just go up here a little way so we can see how this thing actually looks. I think it's going to look pretty good. It's going to look just like it does out there. I've used the exact same design. But let's just take a look. Yeah, I think it looks good. So now we've got two lines that we can use to run into the rock quarry, which I guess is going to be somewhere right here. This thing might get out of the way finally. I never did like that raggedy thing. Whatever. That was like an attempt at some kind of crazy Enderman farm that, I don't know, it didn't really work all that good. But anyway, so here's what we have to do. So this part, let's do like the old cobblestone outline trick. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to have to cut this back, maybe starting like right here. We're just going to cut this back a little bit just to make us some room. So essentially everything that's inside the cobblestone is going to get removed. So I think maybe a little bit, maybe we come straight this way, like to like right there-ish. And then if we look here, yeah, so we're in the straight tracks now. Okay, so now let's go a little bit further, maybe even back a hair, like so. Now we have to figure out how big this quarry is actually going to be. We're going to end up digging down some too. Let's get our line straight here. maybe like back to there. That's going to be a lot of resources to dig out, but that's okay. I mean, that's why we play Minecraft, because, you know, we like to do crazy things. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe even a little bit longer than that. Okay. And then we can start going back this way. Okay. Like to here. Okay. So that, we should probably pillar up again. Is it going to be nighttime again already? Feels like I sleep. Oh, that actually works out good for us, because I brought a bed out here. We're going to lay it on the tracks like we did over across the way. I think that works out pretty good. Let's just lay our bed down. Well, we can't get into it yet. Okay, we can in just a second. Let's see if we can pillar up quick before the nighttime comes, and we can at least take a look at this. I should have brought some. I'll get some. We'll have to get some chests as well. We'll stand right here. Okay, so this is the area that we want to dig out. Yeah, that huge area. That's going to be our quarry. Actually, we probably even need to push it back some, because we're going to have some sort of real estate on the front end here. So we probably even need to go back even further. Oh my goodness, let's get down off here and sleep through the night before we have a million of those, whatever those things are, husks skating around. All right, let's go sleep through this night. I took a screenshot when I was over there. I went over to that where I built the siding to go into the station. I took a screenshot so I could rebuild it. Yeah, so this is going to have to actually go back a lot further than... This is a big undertaking. Oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? I think we're going to need to go like all the way back to here maybe instead. And this might not even be big enough. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be a pretty big hole in the ground, and we're going to go down a little bit, but we don't need to go down like crazy. Yeah. All right, I don't even know if I'm going to have enough tools. I did make a second shovel called the sand scrounger, because that's what we're going to be doing out here in the old desert, scrounging up some sand, getting rid of it. And then I've got all my other picks. I brought my ender chest with me over here as well, which we need to put down. I brought everything except for chests to store all these raw materials that we're going to have. Let's stick this guy down right there, and I can put this in. So I've got 3 picks that I can use, plus Rest Wrecker is almost completely full, and Sussex Digger is almost done. So we might be able to get this all done. We're going to have to give it a go. So I think that's what I'm going to work on for the next however long. I'm going to put some music on. I'm going to start recording the old crazy time lapse, and we're just going to see if we can't knock all this stuff out and dig ourselves a big old rock quarry. And I think we'll probably do that. I don't know. How about now? Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Okay, so that took a little while, not too terribly long. I mean, when you're digging sand and sandstone, it goes pretty quick. I mean, it was a pretty big job. I think we filled up, I want to say at least 5 of those 8 chests that I put down there. So it was a lot of materials, 8 double chests, or 5 double chests worth of materials at least. So we have a good start here. The problem is, it's not nearly deep enough. And that can only mean one thing. We're gonna have to hit the hit the digging thing a little bit more and finish this thing up. I wish more of it was sandstone. I think that eventually we might. I don't know. Maybe that's okay, having a little bit of stone in there. I need to put I just tore my beacon down just a minute ago. I'm gonna put it back up over here because I want to make sure that we have beacon power. The only downside, and I think we're gonna be okay. There's a little bit. I mean, I think we're not going to dig all this whole thing out. We're going to start, I don't know, like maybe at the end of that granite there and come over and just make a hole that way because we need room for stuff, right? So we've got train tracks that are going to be coming down this way. So we might need a building, or we might even step back a little bit further than that. We'll see. Well, it looks not like it's very far whenever you get down there, but I bet it's 20 blocks at least. Let's go down and take a look real quick before we start digging again. I don't know if I should do another time lapse or not. That last one was crazy. I mean, it's fun, right? And at least it shows you guys the amount of work that we're doing out here. We're not just like hanging around doing nothing. So if I start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's 19 back. That's probably plenty for the edge of the quarry, right? We have to build a ramp to kind of go down inside the quarry, I guess. Or, I mean, something. We got to figure something out how we're going to get items up and down out of this thing. So if we start right here, and we go all the way across, maybe we should dig out the perimeter and just take a look at it real quick and see what we think. So we'll go all the way across here. Yeah, I'm just worried about how much sand we encounter because my shovel... So, the Sussex Digger is almost broke. It's got 84 durability. The Sand Scrounger is more than halfway, so I think we'll be okay. As long as we don't have to get into too much more shovel stuff. I've got a whole nother pick after this one before I even use my Silk Touch. So we're in pretty good shape. This is the super fishy pick. We've got the JPick W or whatever over there still that we can still use. So we're in pretty good shape when it comes to picks. So I can dig as much as I want to probably. I just have to be careful with shovel usage. All right, let's run all the way back over here. I'm just having that beacon. Okay, there. Okay, so that'll be the sort of perimeter of our quarry. Let's take a look at that. Let's climb up again real quick. I know I should be using scaffolding. I know, but I don't ever use them. So it is what it is. So if this is a big hole here in the ground, yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be nice. And we don't necessarily have to be too accurate when we dig this out because it's supposed to be a quarry. And I think what we'll probably do is get down a little ways and then we'll leave like a big chunk in the corner, and that's the spot that they're working on, you know, pulling the stuff out before they even go lower. So we need to figure out how to get stuff out of this quarry, and then I guess the other piece is how do we get down inside of it. I have a thought that we might be able to use, but I need to do some more digging. So we'll start with like a big hole in the ground, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'm not sure exactly how much of this we're going to be able to get done in today's video. I sort of hate the idea of having a video that is nothing but today we dug a massive big hole in the ground. But you know, sometimes that's what you do in Minecraft. You just dig. Let's see. I don't want those guys to come out. Yeah, let's get in here. Okay, so I'm going to set my beacon back up, and then I'm going to maybe kick up another time lapse. Probably here in just a second. So what I'll do is I'll get my beacon fired up, and then we're gonna get back on it and keep digging. And how about we start that next time lapse? I don't know. How about right now? Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Okay, I know that was a super short time lapse, and we didn't do a whole lot because I was mining away, and I had burned through an entire pick. So if we look at my pick situation here, it's getting a little questionable. So I used Rest Record almost dead. I mean, it's got a little bit of durability. Super Fishy is down to 91, and was firing up the JPick W, and I was like, oh, I'll just keep going. But I really hadn't even dug that much. I don't know. I guess a pick maybe takes more durability loss than a shovel. And we got a little bit going on. And then I thought, you know what? I bet we could blow stuff up. And that would be super fun. So I went over to our creeper farm and made a whole bunch of TNT. Let's see if we can actually... this is like experiment time. We're going to do a little bit of experiment. We're going to put some TNT in this dispenser. Like so. And then... I'm guessing we can just run some redstone stuff along here, maybe. We'll see if this actually works. And then I have a lever. I want to see, so we're sort of out there at the corner. I want to see what the blast radius is, you know. And then if we can actually get this thing to work, what we will do is I have 58 more dispensers, and I've got a ton of TNT. And we're going to set this whole thing up and see if we just can't blast everything. Yeah. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so it was a pretty good blast radius there. Yeah, that might be okay. It might be a block out further than we need it to be. Let's do one more. Yeah, I think we need to bring this whole thing back one. Let's get in here and get our TNT out of it. So if we bring everything back one, we should be timed right. And then this blast rate, let's actually go down there. So our blast radius, it's right, left to right. I mean, we're going to have a little bit of waste, I think. But it kind of is what it is. We might just not put any TNT in that thing for a little bit. But let's see, our blast radius is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 9 blocks, and then left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's like a 9 by 9, roughly. I mean, we're going to obviously have some cleanup to do, but man, that blasted a ton. And now in 1.15, TNT, when it blows up, it drops all the blocks. So we get them all. Right, so we just got all of this sandstone and whatever else that came out of that blast thing. That's awesome. All right, so let's set this thing up. So we need to go back one. So 9 blocks is our... Yeah, okay. So if 9 blocks is our radius, let's see if we can actually gather this stuff up without dropping it into the void. So we're going to have to go like so. Yeah, I thought that. It's not really into the void. We just might... yeah. Okay, perfect. So this guy's going to go here. Okay. And then... So this is the first one. And then if we go... Here, let's dig these up. If we go... Let's not do anything crazy here. Oh, so this has to be empty. Okay, perfect. And then we just need to hook around like this. Okay, and then so we go, so TNT is going to drop there, 1 back. Okay, so we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And let's go like this. Okay, so this guy right here is the next one. Right? So that means we have to go over here. We need to break this. We need to place this. So it drops it in the ninth slot, right? Okay. And then we can just go hook around like so. Okay. And then I also made a whole ton of repeaters so I can boost our signal strength. So theoretically, let's turn this lever off so we don't like blow ourselves up or anything. We should be able to go like that, and then... Okay, and then we just keep setting this up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need to go one more. And then we break this one and this one. Put this in here. And we go like that. And then we're going to put a repeater here. Doesn't really matter where. Just somewhere along the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should try to get the repeater in the same spot each time. Let's start putting the repeater here. Okay. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then let's see how many more we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's probably too long. So let's just make this one the short one. Over there. And we'll go like that. And that should be good, maybe? I mean, it should be close enough. Okay, and then this will be one row. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then we just need to bring our redstone. We need to put, a repeater here. Okay. And then we don't need, then we can start going the next direction. Okay. So that means, yeah, okay, don't fall. I wish I knew how many. I think that's probably 4. This is going to be a little bit extra damage, but that's okay. I mean, it'll just be less to clean up. So now, though, if we go right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. Get rid of this one, and then just repeat this same process. Okay, and then we can go like that, and then put our repeater in. Okay, and then we could go back that way, right? Go back across the way. We have to go here and then start counting back this way. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time and get this all set up. See if I can't get this whole thing. It won't take too long. It'll take just a few minutes. And then we'll come and see if we can actually start just blowing up this huge block of material here. Because we got to build ourselves a quarry. And what other way? How do you build quarries? You blast them. Yeah. All right, let me get to work. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we're back. Okay, so I think I've got this thing all set up. I think it's going to work. I'm pretty sure. I ended up, I think it's like 24, something like that, total dispensers. A couple of these may be a little on the short side. I'm a little worried about over here, but we do have this 2-block gap. So I think we might be okay. And if we do a little bit of damage to the wall, man, it's not the end of the world. Man, you got to, what is it? You got to break a couple eggs to make an omelet. I used a lot of this, all my extra resources, but I used, so I don't know how much TNT I ended up having, but you know what I need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, keep 13 out because this first dispenser up here doesn't have any TNT in it at the moment. There's nothing in there. It's empty because I wanted the rest of them to catch up, and then we will add. So each of those dispensers, except for that one, have 16 TNT in it. Oh man, I'm a little scared. But I guess we just have to throw the lever and hope for the best, right? Okay. They seem like they're all working. Okay, now we can put TNT back in this one. Okay. Let's just take a little look around and see what. So they could have been a little closer, maybe. That's okay. It still is going to reduce the amount of digging that we have to do substantially. These were a little bit too close on the front end, but I think now that we're low enough, yeah. I mean, we probably could have got a couple more in there and done a little bit more damage, but I'm still super happy. It's also pretty cool. Because I was trying to keep it confined, so I guess that's the issue. If you're going to try to keep it confined, then it's just going to be, there's going to be work that needs to be done. I don't know if I should drop some more TNT and then go in and do a big cleanup exercise. But man, that has blasted a lot. I think we should do a couple more. Okay, so that was 3 each. Yeah, it's taking out more. Okay. All right, so that was, what was that, 5? Let's just verify. I'm pretty sure that was 5 pieces of TNT spread out across all the dispensers. Yeah. So, okay. So let's go down and take a look and just see how much material that we blasted out of there. I mean, it's got to be ridiculous amounts. Here, let's just jump down in here. Let's run around and collect these. I mean, these are like stacks, right? So I guess maybe we could reconfigure it a little bit, but, you know. Let's get our pick out so we can bust through. I mean, yeah, we're raking it in. Well, you know what? Actually, I guess it kind of makes sense that the subsequent TNT blast is actually going to destroy some of these blocks that are laying on the ground, right? I mean, that kind of makes sense to me, because they're just entities laying there, so it's just going to blow them up. Okay, but I think we did good work regardless. Yeah, I mean, our walls are intact. Yeah. And it won't be anything to clean this up. I mean, we just go through and just clean it up like this. I mean, that's a fraction of the amount of stuff that we need to do. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to call it a success. I mean, it's not perfect. We certainly could have done a little bit better. Oh, there's gravel. I need that. But I think, all in all, we're going to save ourselves a tremendous amount of time. I mean, there's like, we could have maybe just like carpet bombed this whole thing. And I mean, we do have some odds and ends that are broken out here. And we kind of expected that. But that's easy to fix. Easy to fix. Let's boost out of here. Oh, yeah, that was fun. Oh, I love it. I wish that we could have got them a little bit closer and just obliterated everything, but I still think it's a huge success. Oh, man, we get to do some blasting. We're going to call the episode there. I know we're a little bit on the short side, or, I mean, maybe we're right at 30 minutes, something like that. But I did have the replay mod running here whenever I was doing that little bit of blasting there at the end. I'm going to sleep through the night real quick, just so I don't have any problems with mobs. I don't like those whatever husks things that come carting out. Yeah, those things are running all over the place. But I did have the replay mod running, so we'll be able to do maybe like a slow motion or do a little bit of better view of how that worked. But man, I'm happy with all of this. We just need to do our cleanup exercise, get this all cleaned up, and then we'll come back the next time, and it'll be time to actually start building the infrastructure around our rock quarry. Oh man. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Until next time, please remember to be cool, don't be a fool, and from my 1.15.2 Vanilla Minecraft Let's Play series, I guess we'll see you next time. Oh, I want more TNT. Bye, everybody.